So hello my wonderful guys and girlies. So I did do a video but it didn't save properly, so I thought I'd do one now just after I've done my cardio. So it's 8:30 now, and I've just done a bit of cardio outside on the green, just some running up and down for about half an hour. I want to do this video because I realise that my own mental health could be affected by being isolated. So I wanted to help you guys and girlies as well. Just obviously I'm not a health professional or anything, but I'm going to do things that is going to be a positive thing for my mental health and my physical health over probably the next couple of weeks, maybe months. We'll just have to see how it all goes. But first of all, I just want to say that I hope every single one of you are okay, and we are going to be okay, and that's the main thing throughout all of this. So first of all, I just want to say that something that I think is a really important thing is the whole thing of not staying in bed, having a structure. So what I've done for me and my son is on little bits of paper that I cut out last night, just mainly off envelopes and that, is I'm going to write a different plan for us every day. So I've got my own plan and my son's got his own plan, and they coincide with each other. So if you're on your own, obviously you just do this for yourself. So I'm up at 6:30. I then got my cardio done. So I didn't get my cardio done until about sort of 7:45. So I've just done that, and I just have a quick look online now, and then I'm going to get my son up in a minute, ready to do a bit of training outside. So I know I've done a bit of cardio, but my son particularly likes weight training, not really heavy weights, but he prefers that to doing cardio. So it's doing things that you like as well. You know who you are, you know what you like. I don't mind running up and down, and so I thought I'd get my cardio done first and do a bit of training and weights, and I'm actually going outside when there's nobody out there, so it's taking that into consideration as well, that you don't want to be around other people at the moment. So I'm just going to give you a brief little outlook to my structure of the day. Like I said, I'm going to change this up to make it a bit more exciting every day as well. So it won't be the same thing. Maybe I'll train later in the afternoon. It's just mixing it up, being creative with your own plan. So then 9 a.m, I'm going to get my son up, and we are going to do our weights. Then 10 a.m, around about, is breakfast time. I'll talk about food in a minute. I'm just going to go over this structure at the moment. Then he is going to have some Xbox time until about sort of one-ish. He'll be in and out anyway. He won't be on the Xbox the full time or anything like that. Meanwhile, I am going to, until lunch, let's say about 1 o'clock, I'm gonna put some makeup on and stuff. Obviously I do work, I'll be doing emails, all that type of thing, maybe a few Skypes. Obviously, there's not going to be anything sexual at home. I don't do that anyway, because I do all my, everything else, my escorting and everything like that from hotels. So I do shoots out of home. So it'll be mainly getting back to my fans on emails. So use this time till lunch. So you've done your training in the morning, got your breakfast. So even if you haven't got an online business and you're at home, do something creative. Don't just watch the TV, go onto YouTube. So let's think about this. Let's schedule in. So let's say I've got like emails and everything to do. So let's schedule in. So now from breakfast to lunch, we've done our training. So now I'm going to be doing some artwork. Got a pen and paper, or even a little bit of scrap paper. Use your cereal boxes if you haven't got that. You got a pen? Yep, great. Got a pencil? Yep. You got found something somewhere that you can draw with. Do some drawing. Do something creative in that time. Maybe go online if you've got online access. Go onto YouTube. Have a look at some history channels. Creativity and learning at this time. If you're still in school, then have a look on the BBC website. as well, because, so I will then carry on. So we'll have our lunch together, and now we've got a bit of us time. Now in this, I'm going to be doing some, so this is from about sort of 1 p.m. onwards. We're going to be doing kind of an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We're going to go on the BBC Year 8 website, have a look at some things on there. I'll do some little tests and fun games with him on there, because there is games on the BBC website. If you're in any other country, have a look on like learning websites. Just have a look on there, and if you're at school, college, you know, have a look at stuff that you can do online. Then I've also included in this right up until dinner, and we're going to be spending time together on this. I've got to schedule this time in with my boy. This is very, very important. And if you're on your own, again, it's doing creative things, researching. So then I've put in around about sort of about 4 o'clock, it's going to be reading. So we're both going to sit down and we're both going to do a bit of reading. He could do a bit of reading to me as well. If you're on your own, spend an hour reading. Even if you've got anything around the house, even if you're reading packets on your food. Honestly, any type of reading or anything like that. If you've got internet access, go on iBook and have a look at books on Amazon. So do that. So he's going to go on his homework app and see if the school have put anything on there, because obviously we're in isolation now. So then I'm going to do dinner. And then my son has got free time then, in which I am then going to be updating all my like Twitter, like my OnlyFans and all my adult kind of sites. So in that time, get back to emails. Now, there is one thing I want to discuss as well, and you can use this time to do it, is, and I'll just finish off by, then I've also added in as well at the night time. Now, I find nighttime particularly hard. It's the time that I want to eat and just relax. However, because I'm going to be at home anyway, and I feel that I need that little bit of the evening actually just to keep my brain active. If I've had dinner, I've had a bit of energize with the food, and I need to keep active. So I've put down here that I'm going to tidy my bedroom. So that's one thing to do. I'm not doing everything at once with the cleaning, because if I get everything done in one day, then there's nothing to do on the night times for the rest of the week. So this is going to mean that my house is really tidy. So let's just talk about also, so I'm going to be updating my adult sites, you know, later on in the afternoon, early evening. Now, if you don't have that, I suggest, so there's one thing I want to talk about, is the financial side of things, that we're going to be worried about money, but it's time not to panic. I think we should also use this time to get in touch with our landlord, to get in touch with the bill people, the people, you know, who are going to be coming after us for bills, the council tax, the phone bills. Now, this is the time that we can use in the afternoon to get in touch with them. We're not going to do it in the morning, because we're going to do our exercise, get our hormones and endorphins going in the morning. Then we deal with the kind of shit stuff later on. But not so later on that we can't sleep about it and we're going to be checking emails. So mid-afternoon. So what I suggest is that you get in touch with your landlord, you get in touch with the bill people, any bills that you have. Use also this time of the day to write out the bills that you have. Write them on bits of paper. Work out who you're going to contact. This isn't a time to panic over money. We all have to come together here, and your bill people and the rent people need to realise this. You know, they can't just suddenly, you know, this is time we all need to work together. And also that should be included in the email. So I'm going to be sending some emails today. Especially to my rent people. I don't have all the money in the world at all. I work and pay bills. And I have a bit of extra money for my son and me. So get in contact with them, find their details, whether it's a text or an email, keep everything in writing, because you've gone to them first without them coming after you for the money. That's the best way to do it. So you contact them first. Then tomorrow, what you'll do mid-afternoon is see what the replies are. You don't want to be sending emails, getting yourself in such a tears, waiting for the emails to come through all night. That's not the way to do it. We're not panicking here. We're not worrying. We're not doing any of that. No way. No way. So, the other thing is, so let's now talk about food. That's another thing. It's very, very stressful if you haven't got the money. Now, I've got a few cans in, a few toilet rolls in. I didn't go overbuying at all. I did not do that. What I am going to do is actually today, I'm going to put notes around. I've got 2 buildings, mostly full of the elderly. So I want to keep them safe. I want to make sure they're okay, even though when I first got here, they didn't particularly want me here, but that doesn't matter. We're in this all together, and we put all our differences aside, don't we, for something like this. So I'm going to put little notes round with my son. We'll do that. That's another thing that we're going to do this afternoon. It's just with my mobile number on there, and just to say, please contact me on my mobile number, because I'm going to be going shopping later on. Now, I'm just going to go to a corner store. I've got quite a few around me. I'm not going to go to a big supermarket. Literally, I've got cans in the cupboard at the moment. So I need to get a few bits, like milk. I need to get some more bread, little things like that. We're running out of toilet roll. We're now on the kitchen roll. That's fine. No panic. If it comes down to it, you wash off with a shower. You know? You just wash and you clean yourself and hygiene properly, and that's how it is. There's no panic in here. So my plan is to go to the shops first of all. Is go later on in the day when I think there's going to be no one really around. If there are people around, just keep your distance. Again, no panic. I will wait for calls today, so I'm going to do that this morning. That's one of my plans this morning, so I'm going to put notes around. I have a north and a south building, and I'm going to do both and see what contacts I get for later. I'm going to go about shopping around about 7 p.m. and just go out and get a few bits. Like I said, I've got a bit of milk left for my son for his breakfast, and I've got cans in the cupboard. So baked beans and toast is going to be absolutely fine. So another thing about diet. I know with my mental health in the past, and I have suffered from anorexia and bulimia, that things will be really difficult at this time. So one thing I did on the weekend was I binged. Obviously I've put on weight recently anyway because I was planning to have a BBL, but I'm keeping that under control by doing running, going up and down. So it's going to be one of those times, and I'm telling you now, it's going to be one of those times where you can't control everything. Calm, just breathe. If you start getting panicky about food or anything, just take your time to breathe. Just a couple of deep breaths. So one thing it'd be quite panicky is I usually go keto. So I love keto. It's where you don't have a lot of carbs, but I do have fruit, so it's quick releasing. I don't really eat a lot of bread or anything like that, but I will be. I will be. And do I look panicked? No, not at all. I've got tins in the cupboard. Is it the best thing that I want to eat? No, it isn't. But I'm not going to panic. And also, yes, yeah, I did have a little binge on the weekend, but that's absolutely fine. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday now, and I'm not going to do that this week. However, I will have my little treats, and if I want them, I want them. So the thing is to get healthy food in. If you can't get fresh food, get tinned. Again, it's nothing to panic about. If you've got a bit of food, you've got a bit of food. Now, what if you can't afford it? What if you've only got a couple of quid left? I tell you what, I'm going into my change pot. Which is absolutely fine. If you've got £1 or a couple of pounds for a tin of beans, or dollars, or wherever you are, if you've got a couple of, a bit of money that you can get just some basic food, that's what we'll do. You haven't got to worry at this time. And the thing is, if you're an overeater, like I can be and my son can be, it's actually rationing your food. So it's going, right, actually, I can make that bread last a week. But if I have if I have 3 pieces a day, that isn't going to last a week. If I have 2 pieces a day, that's going to last me a whole week, because an extra piece of bread in a week adds up to a lot. So it's sharing as well. It's not going, right, I need all those treats. We're not going to treat each other all the time. So last night, so I've got a couple of bars of chocolate in. Last night, it's a great thing to do. So I had a look at the bar of chocolate. So with my cup of tea, I had half a bar of that Lindt chocolate. When that runs out, I'm not going to be getting any more of that this week. So that's it. It's not to panic. It's not to go, oh, I'm fat, or, you know, or put yourself down in that way about your body. If you're doing your training, even if you do it indoors. So one thing me and my son are going to be doing this week is doing YouTube videos of training 30 minutes in your house. I haven't got a lot of room. I've got a flat, but I can do it on the spot. Sorry, I just got someone walking down there now, one of the residents. I'll put something through his door as well, bless him. It's keeping in control of your own mind. Now, one thing that I am going to be doing a lot is meditating. It really helps with your mental health, and it will help with your physical health. Rebecca was saying to me yesterday something that she's going to be doing is yoga. So we're definitely in contact. I love her to bits. We're keeping each other going. She's very, very strong. It's good to have friends on the phone. We'll be FaceTiming each other later. So that's about money. That's about food. It's not going mental. It's not going so strict that it's draining. It's keeping in control of your own mind and your own body, keeping healthy. That's the main thing. That is definitely the main thing. So learning, it's having all that experience all together. Yeah, you're in your house. So I've got my door open at the moment, and what have I got coming in? I've got fresh air coming in. It's making me feel good. I've been outside when no one else has been around at times that people aren't going to be around. You don't have to panic about being around people. Just keep your distance. When I go shopping later, I'll bring the food in. This was a good thing that Rebecca said to me yesterday. Bring the food in and make sure that you wipe it over with I need to get some more what do you call it, fairy liquid, the stuff that you put on the dishes. So I need to do that. I need to go and get some of that anyway. Make sure when you go out that you write a list, because it means if I write that list, it means I'm keeping my financial side of things down, but also it means I don't have to go out shopping tomorrow, so I'm not putting myself at more risk. I'm going to do that. So when I drop, if anybody does contact me later from in here, I'll drop the food outside, knock on the door. I'll ask them to put the little envelope of money out from the envelope, from the letterbox, so I can take that. Make sure that when I come in, I wash my hands. Especially with handling money, handling phones, they've touched that. You know, it's all about it's not panicking about anything. It's keeping yourself and other people healthy, making sure that they don't get this virus. No panic at all. And also, I do think of my little kitty as well. There he is. If you can see him. Oh no, he's behind the curtain. Oh, here he is. You see him coming in now. It's keeping him healthy. So when I see people go out there, it can be transferred to animals. So I'm keeping him safe as well. Washing my hands each time I come in. Now, I'm running out of the hand stuff. I'm running out of loo roll. Okay, so if I can't get any in the shops, then other things I'll do, I will actually use like maybe a spray on my hands. I do have some like detergent spray that I use for the kitchen side. Yes, I will use that. Then I'll use a shower gel to wash that off so it doesn't get really affect my hands. Make sure you have body lotions, all of that type of thing. It's just things that I'm going to be doing, not whether it's right or wrong. It gets rid of the germs, especially if I'm going to be going out. I don't want to then bring it in. So my son is now off school. He's off school for 7 days. He had a bit of a temperature, so now the school has advised that he doesn't go in. Whether he has it or not, I haven't been giving him any real. I've been keeping an eye on his temperature, putting the thermometer under the tongue, but I haven't been giving him any ibuprofen or anything like that. I've been Buzz, come on then, come on in please. See if someone's come in, so I'm just calling him in. Because you just never know, and I'm just going to shut that up so he stays in. There he is, bless him. So yeah, so it's all things like that. So it's just everybody keeping safe. Oh, here's my baby. Here's my little boy. Yeah, it's really is the best thing to do. Also, if you've got pets as well, get him the best things that you can. If I can't get him his cat food, then I'll be just giving him bits of chicken, bits of meat, his biscuits, everything that I can. Again, it's not panicking. They're very resilient as well, and we'll get by. I've got a big bag of biscuits in there, so even if he can't have his wet food, I must admit, because he is very picky, I give him like the freshest stuff that I can get. But it's just going to be one of those things. Again, it's not panicking. So with the hygiene, everything, make sure that you take showers. It's a really nice thing. So once you've done a little bit of training, even if, you're aching, or you've got, or you're disabled, or you can't easily run or anything like that, do a bit of walking or do some exercises in your chair. Anything like that, go onto YouTube. There will be exercises that you can do in your actual chair. Again, it's not panicking, it's keeping yourself healthy. For this one, he loves me so much. We cuddle so much as well, and he knows. Actually, I'm not feeling down at the moment. I am feeling very positive, but I don't, like with you guys as well, your moods can change throughout the day, especially being inside. That can affect you, but it's all these things that I'm doing, I'm actually going to do. I'm not telling you anything, a miracle or anything like that. So another thing that I'm going to do, and I have done, I schedule in phone calls. So yesterday I scheduled into my schedule on here was ringing my sister. So I rang her in the morning, and we were having a laugh because she was saying about we was talking about eating and that, about eating chocolate and chocolate orange being in there and that it's healthy. So I had a talk with her, then I had a talk with my dad in the evening. I was texting Rebecca throughout the day. So again, it's keeping in contact with people. So yeah, we can't go out, but you can still be social. You can still be social online. Give positivity to people online, Don't, even people who you don't really know. Give them positivity online. It's such a great thing to go, and a real uplifting thing to go, oh, you looking great today. Oh, wow, that's a lovely picture. Or, and I saw someone this morning on Twitter, they are feeling really down. I don't know how I'm going to cope being isolated. So I write a little note, have a look at my Twitter, get a schedule. You're giving positivity, you're giving your friends, your family and people out there a way to feel good. And that will boost you as well. Now, so stay in touch with people. It is a really, because it's not only for them, it's for you as well. It's keeping this mind, knowing that you're in touch with people. You're not just lonely on your own. Please keep in touch, everyone out there. I really hope you guys and girlies are okay. That's just a couple of things that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks. And please keep safe and keep healthy. I love you guys and girlies, all the world. I really do. Bye.